Hello everyone, my name is Ijeoma Ucheibe and welcome to my channel where I talk about everything HR related and its intersection with the law under the Naija HR Chic Series. I trust you have been well. I like the responses I got to my last video where I spoke to dealing with unprofessional vendors, because now more than ever before, because everyone is working virtually, sitting at home, whether you like it or not, you have to actually change up the way you deal with people, your employees, staff, members of your other networking organizations, management, and even vendors, where you could actually call up a meeting and talk to them and tell them and let them know, okay, this is what you're doing that I do not like, or this is where I think you need to change up. Now you can't have those kind of physical meetings, so you have to deal with just having to send them reminders or emails or having that chat over the phone and hope that it proves effective in the long run. But today I'm about to talk a bit about my HR journey, in the sense that there's two words that people keep throwing around and I don't think people quite understand the definition or what it entails. And I just said I will have that conversation with you guys today. The difference between a career mentor and a career sponsor. I never used to know the difference, and for once I just said, okay, let me Google this thing. This was about 5 years or I think 6 years ago where I last worked. I think that was at the bar list, and I had a very fantastic boss who later on turned out to be my career sponsor. Work with me. I'm going to explain what they both mean. Now, the difference between a career mentor and a career sponsor, sometimes they overlap because you could have that mentor and that sponsor in one person, while sometimes you could have a separate career mentor and a separate career sponsor in two different persons. But you have to be careful to be sure that you are making these persons strictly mentors or sponsors for growth in your professional journey, so that there's no mix of tomorrow you're trying to make a career mentor your counselor in a personal relationship. That's one gray area that we need to avoid. So a career mentor, I'm just going to read through, is someone who shares their knowledge and expertise with you in order to help you set goals, fix problems, and make good choices along your career path. And this is something that I have not exactly been privileged to have in my career journey. First as a lawyer before I decided to switch and become a HR professional, not for want of looking out for, but I think there's that dearth of career mentors because they are also worried that these mentees will cross over to this gray area and start making me feel uncomfortable to be on this journey with them, while also on my own part, it's not like I couldn't find a suitable career mentor, but I think maybe Google has proven to be a very resourceful place where the person I could say that landed me on this journey was me finding this journey myself. Nobody sat me down and told me, okay, this is what you needed to do to be a success in your journey as a HR professional. I kind of had to learn, not necessarily the hard way, but I had to learn by attending workshops, seminars, more like mentoring myself on this journey alone. I wouldn't say this was one person that held my hand. I kind of just knew that there was a turning point for me where I knew I wasn't going to be a lawyer, and I decided I wanted to be a HR professional, but with the advantage of having gone to law school and being a qualified lawyer in Nigeria. I thought that was going to be a perfect balance for me. But a career sponsor in this instance is someone who, and it doesn't necessarily have to be your workplace sponsor, so that you don't think that this person has to be someone who I work with. It's someone who is both influential and willing to go to bat for you, willing to go and take a chance on you, because it's like a targeted relationship where you see like an influential person in a senior position direct opportunities to a junior employee or a team member that they feel and believe shows strong potential. And I think that is one relationship I have gained from last time I worked at the bar list. It was a beautiful place because I was a chief operations officer. I had to do everything from sourcing for clients to relating with this client to sourcing for candidates. So it was a two-pronged relationship, working with candidates and also working with clients. And it made me grow in ways that I am thankful to my boss at the time, who made me, more like pushed me out and made me see that I had more to offer than what I was currently offering him. Maybe because I was scared and because I felt, because this was a new territory for me, being this first year of trying out whether I was going to be a suitable HR professional in the long run. And he believed in me to the point of the next job I got, believe it or not, he was helpful to me securing that job, because at the time it looked like, oh my god, can I handle the responsibilities that come with this role? But he believed in me so much that he saw that it is not so much about whether you can do this role. You get to learn on your way. If you know that you want to pursue this area, this career path for a long while, I think this is going to be a fit, this perfect fit for you. And don't be afraid to make mistakes on your journey. But I will put in a word for you and go to bat and let this organization know that they will be making a mistake by not hiring you. And here we are today. It was through that law firm that I worked at that I was able to now get this particular job I currently work at. So you see how a career sponsor has been able to catapult my career in less than 5 years, because where I started was not where I was hoping to start, but I felt okay, give it a chance. It might not look like where you are expecting your future to go to, but the fact that he saw this potential in me and saw that I could do better than what I was putting out then was courageous, was brave of him, because he could have just taken a chance on me and regretted it in the long run. But I am fortunate to have met a career sponsor and ultimately became a career mentor, because oftentimes when I met challenges in that new role, I would still walk up to him, call him, we would talk about it, and at the end of the day he would give me very valuable advice on how to sort out those issues that I had at work. And it's something that I'm open to do for upcoming HR officers or people that want to pursue a career on this path. Just send me an email and we'll get started, because at the end of the day, that I didn't have mentors at the beginning of the journey does not mean you cannot pay forward. At the end of the day, you want this person to avoid some mistakes I probably made. I'm going to talk about those mistakes in another video, so that they are not necessarily going to be perfect at that role or in that journey, but at least they are going to avoid making those mistakes in the long run. So I trust that you are able to differentiate between being a career mentor and being a career sponsor. You might be watching this video and thinking, which of them am I going to be, or which of them am I already being to someone who is looking up to me in this path or in this industry or in this sector. I would love to mentor someone. I would love to sponsor someone. I have tried to see how it's going to be workable. I'm working around the schematics of having a conversation around this, because it's a topic that I think that we need to have more conversations around. Let me know in the comment section what you think career mentors need to do to put themselves out there. What do you think that they should avoid doing? Because we're still going to talk about that in the long run. And what do you know about being a career sponsor? Let me know in the comment section. Let's learn of each other. You never know who could be looking for a career sponsor by watching this video, or who could be looking for a career mentor by watching me talk about this very important issue. But till I chat with you next time, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and engage with me on my channel where I talk about HR related stuff. Do remember to stay safe. Yes, I said I wasn't going to be editing my videos. Yes, do remember to stay safe. Have a sanitizer close to you if you don't already have one. Use a face mask. You absolutely have to go out, like everyone has to go out to look for a daily bread. Until I come your way next time, do stay safe.